Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for joining us. We made it up to the kitchen. It's a long walk.
Yeah.
Up a lot of stairs.
Very safe.
Yes, but it's worth it because Chef Brian West is back for the first time this year.
I know. I had a little sabbatical. It was nice, but you know.
Well, we missed you.
Well, don't get used to
missed
it.
you. I know, right? Back to the grind.
Let's go.
To work, mister. So, obviously, you're making something a little healthier today. Everyone's trying to watch the waistline. So, you're making a fancy salad.
Yeah, well, you know, my approach to health is, you know, I'm a big calorie in, calorie out kind of guy. That's just kind of always been my approach. So when you're looking at like how to like get better calories or lower calorie diets, you're always going to want to look at vegetables. And vegetables are like the key way because you can eat a lot and you don't really put a lot of calories in. So
It's a good filler.
it is a very good filler, and it's also flavorful, and it's also fun to eat too. I chose beets because again, it's a winter fruit, and then also it's a superfood. I don't know if you're aware.
Okay.
It really helps with the healing and keeping healthy, and or you know preventing sickness and things like that. And then goat cheese and beets are really really good. These are very lean. This is very fatty. So again, this is kind of where we kind of tease off a little bit, but also a little goat cheese goes a long way.
How did you cook these beets?
Yeah.
So this is the hardest thing about beets that you'll have to know is that you need to roast them, or you can boil them. I prefer roasting. You'll toss them in a little bit of salt and pepper and a little olive oil. Put them in your oven for about 45 minutes to an hour until they're super tender. It's very hard to overcook them. And then you can take them out, you can peel them. It is quite messy, so you have to watch out. Golden beets aren't as messy. But,
Do they stain things? They look like
they
would
will.
stain.
They'll stain to the point where they need to wear off your skin. You won't be able to wash it off. And cutting boards,
Super.
stuff like that. So yeah, that's the negative thing. So make sure you're wearing a dark shirt or something
Got
like
it.
that.
Or
Or
something
something
maroon.
loud.
Something super loud where nothing shows.
Everything's blended and that kind of adds
Yes.
to the whole thing. So I've got some nice simple greens here, just a mesclun mix as we call it. And I'm gonna toss these first and put these on the plate. Because I'm gonna do this more as a bed rather than tossing them all together. I'm gonna kind of layer this salad up a little bit more.
I actually like it more that way because then it's not drenched in dressing.
Correct. Yeah, I agree totally. And then I made my own dressing. Super easy to do. I gave you guys the recipe for that. We're gonna top it up with just
I think
a
I
little
lost
bit.
it.
Smells
What did
delicious.
we do with that recipe, Vaughn?
Out in the garbage. Why did I waste my time typing all this stuff up?
Where's the old vinaigrette recipe?
The old vinaigrette. So I put a little cilantro in there for a little surprise. The thing about salads and me is I like to put little surprises in there, things that kind of throw off the taste buds because it is a homogeneous dish. You're constantly going after the same thing. So big garnish is always the key.
Big words too.
Yeah,
Homogeneous.
homogeneous. So I'm gonna type in here a little bit of the golden beet, and then I'm gonna get pretty messy here. So I'm
Okay,
gonna keep
I
this
thought
on
those
my-
were tomatoes and beets. Those are beets and beets.
Yeah, beets and beets. And
Golden
beets
beets
come
and
in
regular beets.
lots of different colors and styles. There's one called a candy striper that's pretty cool. Looks like a candy cane. It's super colorful and people love it.
I see what you were talking about.
Yeah.
Look at his
Yeah,
fingers.
the color.
Your hugs.
Stained.
Like just she push pull there. Come on.
Don't stain me. I've got a very busy blouse on though, so
busy
it's
blast.
fine.
So again, it's going to be on here for a little bit. I've just kind of littered it with beets, if you will.
Is there anything that's too much beets?
You know, I don't know. I don't think you can beat a beet. You know, they're so delicious all the time. I got the oranges on there, a little walnut for some crunch. And again, walnut's also kind of a little higher fat content, so again, it'll play with the beets very well. And then here's that wonderful goat cheese that I'm addicted to goat cheese personally.
Is it your favorite cheese?
It's hard to say. You know, it's like saying who's your favorite kid. You know, that's really tough.
Oh, I got one.
I'm sure you do. I knew right when I said that.
Everyone does probably, they just don't want to admit it.
So what I did was just finish with a little bit of balsamic reduction that I make. Just take balsamic vinegar and boil it down until it's nice and thick. And then I like to top things up. This is another good alternative for salt. A lot of
Okay.
acid always helps. So putting the oranges in there is also something that'll help kind of lower the salt content.
Now, if you were to add meat protein, would you choose like a steak or a chicken?
Really, you could. So a nice flank steak would go great in there. Of course, chicken goes with everything. Frog's legs, I'd highly recommend. So.
A little fried rattlesnake.
2023
Gator. And mind y'all, he catches them himself.
Yeah.
You know, whatever varmint he's going to put on the salad.
Right there in the San Antonio River.
That's right. This looks delicious. Thank you for doing this today.
Quite welcome.
Thank you for staining your fingers just
Yeah.
for us.
Yeah, I'll be
Somebody's
thinking about you all
lunch.
day.
Yes, you will, whether you like it or not. If you would like more on Chef West, He's the absolute best at what he does. What are all the things you do? Do you have enough fingers to name them?
Yeah, I've got enough beady fingers to name them. But yeah, I've got my little venues open now, West Point. I'm still doing the catering, consulting, and then next month I open up the Directors Club, which is my pop-up restaurant. We'll serve thousands of people in that restaurant. It's a high-end steakhouse, and it's incredible. I have a staff of about 50 people that we go in. We open it and we close it in 3 weeks. It's
Sweet.
Amazing.
I'll lose 18 pounds. I eat a lot of beets during that time frame. Trying to.
Well, I love the
stay
fact that you have that class to teach everybody how to
Yeah.
do it right.
Yeah, no,
Not
it's
waste food.
amazing. It's actually kind of turning into a little culinary school for restaurants. It's pretty cool.
Nice.
So,
Well, you're pretty cool.
thank you.
And we're cool because you're here every other Wednesday. If you would like more again on Chef Brian West, you can call him. Probably the best way is to go to his website, chefbrianwest.com. You can also find him on social media.